said to Odo, the schoolmaster, who, by the way, they bring him into a banquet scene, the Episcopal banquet hall. It's right there. So this is perfect. Clink your spoons, drink, have, or whatever. It's the exact perfect background for the snippet I'm going to read you. The bishop says to the schoolmaster, Odo, examine her, test her. See if she knows what they say she knows. Odo throws at 12-year-old Joan the hardest questions he could think of. Questions much harder than he would have given any boy. And Joan answers every one perfectly. Little thing picks up right after that, but first let me wet my whistle, because this cold medication's done interesting stuff to my inside. Jim! Okay, here we go. Joan has just answered the last of the questions. The people at the table snapped their fingers in applause. Brilliant! Someone shouted across the room. Amusing little oddity, isn't she? A woman's voice muttered close behind Joan, just a shade too loudly. Well, Odo, the bishop said expansively, what do you say? Is the girl ready for school or not? Odo looked like a man who has tasted vinegar. It appears the child has some knowledge of Orthodox theology. Nevertheless, this in itself does not prove anything. There is, in some women, a highly developed imitative ability which allows them to memorize and repeat the words of men and so give the appearance of thought. But this imitative skill is not to be confused with true reason, which is essentially male. For, as is well known, Odo's voice assumed an authoritative ring, for now he was on familiar ground, women are innately inferior to men. Why? The word was out of Joan's mouth before she was even aware of having spoken. Odo smiled, his thin lips drawing back unpleasantly. He had the look of the fox when it knows it has the rabbit cornered. Your ignorance, child, is revealed in that question. For St. Paul himself has asserted this truth, that women are beneath men in conception, in place, and in will. In conception, because Adam was created first, and Eve afterward. In place, because Eve was created to serve Adam as companion and mate. In will, because Eve could not resist the devil's temptation and ate of the apple. Among the tables, heads nodded in agreement. The bishop's expression was grave. Odo smirked. Joan felt an intense dislike for this man. For a moment she stood silently, thinking. Why, she said at last, is woman inferior in conception? Although she was created second, she was made from Adam's side, while Adam was made from common clay. There were several appreciative chuckles from the back of the hall. In place, the words tumbled out as Joan's thoughts raced ahead as she reasoned her way through. Woman should be preferred to man, because Eve was created inside paradise, but Adam was created outside. There was another hum from the audience. The smile on Odo's face wavered. Joan continued, too interested in the line of her argument to consider what she was doing. As for will, woman should be considered superior to man. This was bold, but there was no going back now. For Eve ate of the apple for love of knowledge and learning, but Adam ate of it merely because she asked him to. There was shocked silence in the room. Odo's pale lips pressed together angrily. The bishop was staring at Joan as if he could not quite believe what he had just heard. She had gone too far. That man, that Odo, had become so sure of himself, so bent on humiliating her before the bishop. She had ruined her chance for the school, and she knew it, but she would not give the hateful little man the satisfaction of seeing her dismay. She stood before the high table with chin lifted, eyes blazing. The silence stretched on interminably. All eyes were on the bishop, whose assessing gaze remained fixed on Joan. Then slowly, very slowly, a long, low rumble of mirth escaped his lips. The bishop was laughing. And the room erupted with noise. People cheered and pounded on the tables and laughed. Laughed so hard the tears coursed down their cheeks. They had to wipe them off with their sleeves. "Come now, Odo," said the bishop, when at last he could draw breath. "You must admit it. The girl has outwitted you." It's just a short example of, woman against girl. And I like to read that short passage for two reasons. Number one, it emphasizes one of life's most important maxims. Never mess with a smart woman. Number two, I heard some laughter in the room when I was reading Odo's thoughts there. Odo saying, women can't think, women can't reason. You have imitative ability, but you can't really think. Such thoughts are laughable to us today. But I have to tell you, I didn't make them up. I took them pretty much right off the page of 9th century writing. They couldn't copyright anything back then, so I went, oh, that's interesting. Right in there. And what's really important for us all to know, and what's appropriate to speak about today, is the fact that those ideas, Odo's ideas, are not gone from the world today. They still exist in countries like Afghanistan and Pakistan and Algeria. And East Timor, women are often discouraged, sometimes even forbidden to learn. By now, I'm sure you've read the very recent story of the 3 young Afghan girls who were on their way to school. An extraordinary story in itself, they're walking with bad sandals on dusty, rutted, and sometimes wet roads, 10 miles a day to school, 10 miles a day back. And one day on their way to school, a group of men comes by and hurls acid in their faces. They're disfigured for life, all 3 of them. These are young girls, by the way. 13. They're all disfigured for life. They'll probably never marry, and one is half blind. But if you want to know a story of raw human courage, you ask me who my personal heroines are, it's these young girls. And all like them. Because you know what? They're still going to school. An exercise of a privilege that our daughters have by simply getting up in the morning and getting on a school bus. And you know